I'm going to give you a breakdown of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Alpha Omega. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to bet on sports like a pro and gain an edge over the sportsbooks, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. The past series between the 76ers and the Raptors was an all-time great one, with Kawhi doing this to send the 76ers home for the offseason. Really an incredible moment, and all the credit goes to Kawhi. When pointing to the reason why the Raptors are in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's one man. And while this played a factor, who I'm really talking about is Kawhi Leonard. Let's not forget what happened to the Raptors last year in the playoffs with DeRozan and without Kawhi.
Throws up the floater. Good night, Cleveland!
And while the Raptors did win the series, the team as a whole really wasn't that impressive. Kyle Lowry had a terrible series, and if you watch the game closely, the rest of the team was playing hot potato with the basketball, seemingly afraid to shoot and miss. The Raptors just didn't look ready for the big stage. But when you're up against a team with a star player who doesn't take care of his body properly and admits to drinking 3 to 4 pitchers of Shirley Temples per day,
Wow.
I'm sorry, but there is no reason why Embiid was worn out and sick throughout the playoffs, and it's not because he's taking care of himself. It's because his immune system is undoubtedly compromised, and his lack of conditioning makes his already weak immune system give up. I'm not going to make fun of the guy for showing emotion and passion, but I hope his tears motivate him to take his conditioning and his diet seriously, or else his entire career will be disappointment, injury, and what could have been. I want to move quickly through this, but I'm now up over 600 units in the NBA playoffs. This ridiculous playoff run continues in the Western Conference Finals as I cash the Warriors minus 7.5, the under 220, and a 2-team parlay for a total of 47.6 units. I just want to thank the Academy for getting me to where I am today. Sorry, boys, that's not how I do things. I'm telling you how much money I'm making for myself and my clients is because I want to do the same for you. Not because I want to tell you how great I am. Money never sleeps, and neither do I. My NBA playoff package is still only $199. I'm always grinding to make more money in this game, and remember, this is what I do. Some people pay me because they just can't win on their own. Other people pay me because they don't have the time that's necessary to win consistently. Whatever the reason is why you're not winning, once you sign up with me, you'll get an email every day with my daily picks. You place the bet according to the unit scale that I provide for you. You enjoy the game, and you watch your bank account grow. This is the perfect side hustle to supplement your income. Also, contrary to what you've been told, you do not have to be a whale to make money. But you do have to have the knowledge to succeed and the time necessary to acquire that knowledge. Hit the package link in the description, and for a quick payment of $199, you hire a professional to take care of the difficult stuff so you can enjoy watching the game, looking like a sharp boss, and counting the money. So we are down to the 2 best teams in the East. Similar to the Warriors-Blazers series, which I have a link for right here, we have an offensive juggernaut on one end in the Milwaukee Bucks, and a team that has been fighting for years to reach the top of the mountain in the Raptors. Similar to my feelings in the Warriors-Blazers series, I don't think Toronto has a chance of beating the Bucks in a 7-game series, unless Giannis gets injured. However, in sports betting, we aren't as concerned with who wins the game as to who covers the spread. I think the Raptors definitely have the potential to cover the spread against the Bucks, and they have enough talent to steal a game or two. If this guy can win a game,
Oh my God!
then the Raptors can win a game. Let's dig a little deeper into this series. The Alpha Omega Vegas consensus line as of May 14th has the Bucks favored by 6 points, with a total sitting at 217.5. That makes the Bucks about a 3-point favorite on a neutral court. Remember that home court advantage in the NBA on average is about 3.25 to 3.3 points per game. Let's break down a few of the factors that I think will determine the outcome of this series. The 3-point shot is a big part of the Raptors game. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, while the Raptors won their last series, they did not shoot very well throughout the series. The Raptors offense ranks 8th overall in terms of made 3-pointers per game. That makes Toronto an upper 3rd team in the NBA. The Bucks defense, on the other hand, ranks 30th in terms of allowed made 3-pointers. That means the Bucks are the worst team in the NBA in terms of how many threes get made on them. I expect the Raptors shooting to improve in the series against the Bucks, and expect the Raptors to drain a lot more threes against the Bucks. Advantage Raptors. Everyone knows how good the Bucks are this year. They hold the best record in the NBA and have been the presumed title contender in the East for quite some time now. While the Bucks commonly are considered an offensive juggernaut, not enough credit is given to their defensive prowess. The Bucks defense ranks first in the NBA in terms of opponent shooting percentage. That makes the Bucks the best defense in the NBA in terms of limiting made shots. While the Raptors offense ranks 6th in terms of their shooting percentage, which puts Toronto in the upper echelon of NBA teams, I always start my handicap with the premise that defense travels and offense has more variation. As well, I think that the scared way the Raptors played throughout the 76ers series and their over-reliance on Kawhi Leonard to carry them to the finals, coupled with the outstanding defense of the Bucks, makes this one easy. Advantage Bucks. While Kawhi is the star player on the team, and the fortunes of the Raptors rise and fall on the back of Leonard, I think the guy who is really going to decide this series for the Raptors is Kyle Lowry. This is a guy who averages 14 points a game during the regular season, runs the point for the Raptors, is a key facilitator, and is the other go-to shot maker for the Raptors. Kawhi cannot do this on his own. Even MJ needed help from other players to get to the promised land. Lowry has been a massive disappointment throughout the playoffs, especially in the last series against the 76ers. For the season, the Raptors are 8.2 points better with Lowry on the floor. However, in the last series against the 76ers, the Raptors were only 4.4 points better with Lowry on the floor. For your secondary star, that's unacceptable. I mean, that's truly terrible, and I think Lowry has been demonstrating one of the great choke jobs of the playoffs. However, this is a new series with new defenders and a new environment. This is as deep in the playoffs as Lowry has ever been. All those years with DeRozan, 33 years old, and he's only now on the deepest playoff run of his career. Don't underestimate Lowry's ability to take his game to another level, work out whatever issues he's been dealing with in these playoffs, and show up for his team. I think handicapping how well Lowry plays is going to be key in deciding how to bet this series. If Lowry plays like the star the Raptors expect him to be, Toronto can win a game and even win the entire series. He's the X factor. Advantage Raptors. You all know who I'm talking about here. The Greek Freak has shown up these playoffs and played like a true MVP. The Bucks are a full 11 points better during this playoff run with Giannis on the floor. That's a massive margin, and remember, the Bucks have only lost one game thus far in the playoffs, and this is largely due to the massive presence of Giannis Antetokounmpo. When you want to look for why the Bucks are in the Eastern Conference Finals, the conversation begins and ends with the play of Giannis. Like I've mentioned in previous betting guides, Giannis is the most dominant single player in the NBA since Shaquille O'Neal. There's no way to stop Giannis, and I don't think he can be contained either. The best possibility for most teams is to double team him when he gets anywhere near the paint and force him to kick it out and put the onus on his teammates to knock down shots. The presence of a solid big man has the potential to limit Giannis as well. However, for the Raptors, they have no one who can even come close to Giannis. Marc Gasol is a fantastic role player who is a former Defensive Player of the Year, but well past his prime. While Gasol had a fairly efficient series limiting Embiid from taking over the game, Giannis is not Embiid. Giannis is known for his training, his conditioning, and his preparation to the game. Giannis isn't drinking pitchers of Shirley Temples, and Marc Gasol, Serge Ibaka, and Pascal Siakam are going to find out just how impressive the Freak actually is. What's more is I feel like Giannis is getting better and more comfortable with the increased pressure of the playoffs. All of this spells doom for the Raptors. Advantage Bucks. In addition to this preview video, I also have an NBA playoff playlist that includes betting guides for every NBA playoff series, including the Western Conference Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Portland Trail Blazers. You'll see a link right here. I recommend that you click on that now. As always, in full disclosure, while I do provide a lot of useful info in these videos, if you really want to take your sports betting to the next level, you have to sign up with me, Alpha Omega. Currently, my NBA playoff package is only $199. I've had a great response to the $199 price point, so I've decided to extend the discount through the end of the playoffs. So click the link in the description, sign up now, and you'll be ready to bang the Bucks during the NBA playoffs. And if you want to learn more about betting on sports like a pro and gaining an edge over the sportsbooks, start now by hitting the round subscribe icon so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.